All right, I think I'm back. Well, that's a weird lighting on the camera. Oh, I gotta paste the link. I'll do that over here. Go to my channel, youtube.com/LWTDB. I'll click on the current live stream and then go paste that in the old chat, I think. Yeah, there it is. And then Control C that, and then come back here, new link. Does that work? Oh, it didn't paste. It's too late. That is no longer pasteable because that live stream is over when I actually started the new one. And that shows there. What is with that lighting? I'll fix, go fix that. Oh, I gotta start the Zoom session again. Why does he keep forgetting that? Change the configuration of this camera to fix the exposure. There it is. More better. That didn't stick, did it? Okay, so then Zoom, I got to start the session.
Yeah, I could do that.
That brings them all up.
Hey.
Yeah, now I got to go fix the Zoom button before I forget to do that piece.
What do you got, the stream back someplace or other?
Yeah, I do have a new link on the stream.
I refresh my screen over there.
I tried to paste it in the old chat, and that didn't work.
No, that's too late. Chat's dead.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I see it yet. I've got to go to something of yours.
I'll put the YouTube link in the Zoom chat.
I clicked on so many of Ken's and your videos, Doug, that every time y'all start a live stream or something, or post a video, it shows up as one of the first videos on my videos on my page.
Oh, sure.
No, YouTube, yeah.
So let's see. I see Wintermute and Sam in the new chat, and Iowa Hank, Dan the Man. They all found it.
I haven't found it yet. I'm looking under your channel.
Yeah, if you actually
Jeff, go to the Zoom chat, and then you'll see a link from me. That's the YouTube link.
Okay. I don't know why that's not showing up for me.
Well, the thumbnail is going to look the same. The title is the same. So
it'll take live.
I'm getting okay. There, it's clearing up a little bit finally. All right, I got that.
All right, there's Blackwatch back in the new chat.
What? You didn't change the?
Well, I didn't hide it from him. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, you didn't change the link.
Is it the same link?
No.
Oh.
I'm just giving Blackwatch a hard time.
Just giving Blackwatch a hard time. Okay, great. And John Aloy made it back. And let's see, 13 watching. I had no idea how many were watching at the end of the last session. I haven't watched those numbers from session jump to session jump. This is feeling like sliders to me.
I've got a new record now, I guess you call it. My internet has been up for like 100, and according to my router, my internet has been up for 130 days. No problems.
All right. Good.
Which doesn't usually happen around here, because usually by now we've already had a power outage or something.
Yeah.
In the past we've had numerous issues with our ISP, but it's always an issue on their end, and they always try to blame it on me.
Oh.
I'm surprised one of those winter storms didn't take you out for a while.
So here's Robert's back, Henny Whidden, Dan the Man. Dan the Man was first back, at least first to speak up in chat. Sean Gallagher. Hey, Doug, do you repair computers? Primarily, my most favorite thing to do is to help people remotely with whatever their computer problems are. So I can connect remotely to your computer and have you in the Zoom session with your camera on, and myself and the people in the chat will help with whatever we can. And even if it's like hardware repair, you can come in with your cell phone. We'll try to work on that. As far as sending computers to me, I'm open to that, but that's not typically needed. A lot of things can be fixed remotely with my style of working. So the way you do that, Sean, if you want to, is you send an email to me at this address, DougBetts@LiveWindowsTraining.com. And the help is free as long as it is in the process of creating videos for my channel. Then let's come back here, catch up further. So did it work? Well, I don't know yet. We haven't looked. I've been all focused on getting the session back up. So we'll go look at that in a minute. Chris is back. Arnold, Albert, issue resolved. Don't know yet. Zadie Bond, I agree with the comment above that the issue might be because you restored from another computer, and that is possible. And I'm still realize that I might wind up doing a nuke and pave. I dread that because you guys just don't know how much stuff I have on my computer that I'd want to go bring back, even though I don't use it very much very often.
On the bright side, at least you have all your passwords saved in a robo form. So
you have to. Now, one option of what I could do is I could put in another drive, or even just with my image backups, I could back up and restore images so quickly. I've got currently a partition on the NVMe 8 terabyte. It's 8 terabyte, right? Yeah, 8 terabyte drive. I've got a partition in there that has all my backups. So when I make a new backup to that partition on the same drive and restore it, I'm doing 250 gigabytes in like 12 minutes. So I can easily keep my current image and then as a separate image rebuild from scratch until I'm satisfied. So that is still a possibility. I don't want to spend that time though. Sam, my new work laptop is Windows 11, $3,000 AUD laptop. What's AUD?
Australian dollar.
Oh, 3,000 Australian dollar.
Like the USD.
Oh yeah, you're in the Zoom. All right. And he didn't want to install a software again on the new system. Yeah. Did you find your socks? Sean Gallagher, how's your 200R running now anyways? That's chit chat. I should skip over. DVR mode again. Didn't see the link. Went to my subscriptions page. Yeah, and probably nobody got a notification of this new session because...
No, I didn't.
Yeah, my last research on the subject says that YouTube will only send out 3 notifications per day for any particular channel. Greg is back. Chris seems better today. Comes and go. Oh, that's chit chat. That's chit chat. 8 terabyte SSD would be nice. Yeah, and specifically 8 terabyte NVMe, not just SSD. You have Fabs, right? Can it restore programs? No, Fabs doesn't actually restore programs. Fabs restores user profiles, so data, program configurations, but it won't actually install programs. So you still have to do all the installations individually. And no, Ninite does not install the programs I want. My new Nike sneakers are Air Special signed by Michael Jordan. So there. Yeah, oh, that's, if I would have realized that was Blackwatch, I might not even read that one. Why is the chat box screen so out of focus and blurry, really? Click on the gear icon. Make sure you've got HD. You might need to increase your resolution. I'm switching over to check on that myself. Quality. Is it auto 1080p is what you want?
It looks good. What you need to come up with, Doug, is something similar to Ninite that you program yourself, where it will install everything, all the XSplit and all the other programs you need, other than what Ninite will install by itself.
Well, that would be a useful tool to have if I were to often damage my computer to the point that I have to rebuild it from scratch and I can't use one of the nightly images that I have for the preceding month. Yeah, so nice tool, nice idea of a tool there, but yeah, build tools for things that you need to do frequently, not for something you do once in a blue moon. All right, so let's go.
You can do, or the images come in handy for like when you do stuff like I've done before. I've been waiting on an SSD, but I've had somebody's computer in for service, so I went ahead and did a fresh install on their HDD, made an image of it, so when their SSD comes in, all I've got to do is put the SSD in my external cloning dock.
Good.
Put the image over to it. Put the and put the SSD in their laptop or whatever, and it comes right up.
Yeah, that's good strategy. Of course, it takes a little bit longer to do those installs, but if you're around anyway, the clock is going anyway, so it gets you ahead as far as if you have to do it all after you get the SSD, then that sets you back. So it looks like I can skip over a few of these comments here. Yeah, I'm picking on Blackwatch. Not again. Still, it's not a something that I do now and then. It's a continual thing.
Why waste time?
Yeah, right. Adam, it's bouncing. I can't even make out the address up top, and he's in 1080p. I don't know what's going on there, Adam. Sounds like you're the only one having it.
I'm fine here.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's him.
All right. Marty Yoel with $2. Thank you, Marty. And Tony for $1.99. All right. So let's go find out. Did it work? I don't know. I did not take the time to look. I just restarted the live stream. So let's go back to monitor 2 for the big beast. And right click on the Windows button, device manager, and drag that over to monitor 2. And when I let go of the button, you'll see what I already saw on monitor 1. No joy. Oh, but the that SM controller is gone.
And the acquisition was gone also.
What is that?
You had one that said acquisition.
Acquisition?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, maybe a couple things gone. Now, that wasn't the management engine. That was the, whatchamacallit, the Intel drivers. Now, to get back to that page, I'm going to click on the kebab menu in Google Chrome, go to History, and come down here to 8 tabs previously closed, and go to Intel Driver Support System. No, we want the Rampage drivers, right? Oops, that's not the page, that's the search page. Try that again. Now 7 tabs, and then official support. That looks like it. Or this one, that's web chat. This one, gaming motherboards. It's probably that one or maybe this one. This one looks more specific. Driver and tools, please select operating system, Windows 10 64-bit. Here they are. Okay, so we were at chipset and see all downloads. Who wants what next? DDT says live and full HG. There's Wintermute to Adam trying to help with the resolution issue. Why does 720p look better than 1080p? That's definitely not my end. From
No,
Adam.
on 1080, it looks fine.
All right. Yeah. Armory Crate may find the missing drivers. Just run it in Tools and Driver and download and install. All right. I haven't tried anything with Armory Crate yet. I didn't know whether that was just RGB stuff Oh, you know what? All those device drivers, there's all these fans going on with all their RGB. Could
Oh God.
that have something to do with it?
I don't know.
I don't know. When did the big bullfrog sign into Zoom? Adam retracted a message. Chris, I want steak next. Windows update from Jose. All right. I really like that Armory crate since somebody apparently has some awareness of it. I don't see that we're needing anything else here. So Armory crate here. Armory crate. Am I showing that on screen? Yeah. I don't have the picture-in-picture set up for my monitor number 2 display yet. And let's see, I gotta drag this. Oh, I can't drag this over from monitor 1 to monitor 2. So how about this? I think I can display it this way. Does that show up now on YouTube? Yeah, it does. App update is available. Would you like to download and install the app? The update?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Never asked me to install it, so I'll click update now.
Yep.
And I need to bring back chat. Javi says RGB. I'm assuming that's in relation to my suspicion about those fans. It might have to do with the drivers. More OEMs have a feature where it will install the missing drivers. From Sam. Zadie is asking Catherine to make a build. So Catherine, I'm not sure if she's back in with us, is she? I haven't seen her in this chat.
No.
Yeah, so Zadie Bond, Catherine does most of those communications through Facebook, but I don't think she's in there right now. Armory Crate installation complete, and that is showing in YouTube. So then launch Armory Crate. Now, can I move that over to monitor 2? Yes, I can. And then bring up monitor 2. ROG theme, Tough Gaming, Asus, Update Center. That sounds likely. Device and component. That's wallpaper, game, Asus, HAL. Rampage Extreme Encore device kit. That sounded kind of more likely.
Oh, cool. It's got updates.
So there's an update all at the top. Should we just go for it?
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. So these two specifically I think are indicating that there's an update specifically for me.
Yeah.
Then
for
it
that
says,
machine.
yeah, this says your device is up to date. So I presume that means these items down below are up to date.
Yes, those components are done and up to date.
Yeah, that's an interesting layout. So it looks like I'm going to get wallpaper and game SDK service.
I think the wallpaper's giving you custom wallpapers from Asus.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like that would be the fix for these device management problems. And game SDK, that would be software developer kit.
Yep.
I mean, those seem pointless, but we'll
do it anyway. It might help.
All right. Looking at chat to see if somebody has more info on that stuff. Adam Ponder, are you going to buy a Windows 10 Pro key and put that in so you can get all that glorious RAM? I have a Windows 10 Pro key, and I have an image right now with Windows 10 Pro, but it doesn't have my software. What I'm really needing to do is upgrade from my Windows 10 Home to Windows 10 Pro. And the CD keys link that Carey has doesn't seem to have that. Well, no, it actually did. But there's something about this temporary key that you need to use. Kind of weird thing about it. But yeah, I do want to do that somehow. Sam hates RGB. You do know you're live Zoom, don't you? Let's see. Home gets 128. Yes, we have realized that. Google Eyes, we know doesn't play friendly with people. It retracted it. Okay, that's interesting.
Those CDK keys don't do upgrades, do they? Aren't they just
Am
for
I?
new installs?
Well, when you go through the upgrade path from Microsoft Store, there's a place where it wants you to put in, it asks for your Windows 10 Pro key, and there's a link you can click on saying, I already have it. And so I click on that and I put in the key, and it seems to accept it because it goes to the next step, but then it fails. And that failure happens even on my old computer, even without entering a key. Because if you just go straight through the Microsoft Store, there's a path that you can take to just pay them for the upgrade.
Right. That's what I did on one of my old laptops years back.
Yeah, but it fails before it gets to the point of paying.
So you never even got to enter the key you have.
Well, depending upon which path I take, there is one path I can take where I get to enter the key. But I think it's irrelevant because when I take the path where I don't enter the key, I get the same error message.
Okay.
Sorry, Doug. Do you get the error immediately or towards the end of it?
Well, I'll show you. We'll do it. I'll do it. We can do it during live stream.
Okay, because if you get it towards the end, go ahead and reboot.
Yes, and that was one of the instructions that CDK keys told me, is to reboot and verify. After the reboot, they were saying that you expect to be Windows 10 Pro upon rebooting, but you won't be activated. So then they say enter the key and activate. But I don't think it's working the way that it is designed to or expected to. And I think the error message kind of...
Yeah. All I was going by was I thought I heard Carey say in one of his streams that these weren't good for upgrades, but
all right.
My
Yeah,
memory can be faulty.
Yeah, and well, I think I remember him saying that too, and I'm not totally, I don't know if that was just a way to prevent people from trying to accomplish that, because that's kind of an off-book approach for the purpose of those keys. So, and that totally may be the case. I don't know. I don't, when I recall him saying that, I don't recall him saying that CDKs told him that. I think you just said it. So anyway, Now this is Catherine saying you can find me on Facebook. So that was for the person who was asking, Catherine Zadie Bond. So if you go onto Facebook, Zadie Bond, and do a search for Catherine Holzman, the way she has it written here, you'll be able to find her. I suggest you friend her. I think she friends anybody that reaches out to her. But that's the best way to communicate with her about what you want. He has, why not get to use all of it? Catherine says she is here. Of course. You need to fresh install and reinstall your programs. No, I don't. Boy, some people just stick with that forever. I'm glad to help you with a PC parts list from Catherine to Zadie. And the man, tools icon on the left. Oh, tools icon on the left. Okay, we'll get to that, Dan the man. And there's a tools icon on the left of Armory Crate. So we'll get to that. Adam, I have updated by just clicking activation and putting in the new Windows 10 Pro key, and it updates. I assume you have different circumstances.
You wouldn't take it.
Yes, I think I do have different circumstances. I'm gonna mute. Who is that? Maybe they already muted themselves. Okay.
Granddaughter.
Oh, okay, that was on your end.
No, Jeff.
Oh, that was from Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Adam saying, I've updated by just clicking activation and putting in a new Windows 10 Pro key, and it updates. I assume you had different circumstances. So we can try that one too. Yeah.
Hey, Doug, I don't know what I missed because I've been in the other room for a minute, but
Yeah.
but my suggestion is skip the Windows Store completely. Go to settings, click on update and recovery. Click on activation on the left-hand side, and then click change product key and put your Windows 10 Pro key in there.
Yeah, we'll try that. That sounds exactly what Adam here is saying in chat. So yeah, I think we'll try that because I don't think I've done that method.
No, that's how I'll do it.
All right. Then, yeah, like what? Moving on. Awesome. Find me a 3090. Let's see.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second.
Yeah.
It's $80. Amazon has them on stock. They're $3,000, but they're in stock.
Oh, for a graphics card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're saying you can find them, but you're going to pay a price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can buy a new car now. This is how much you want to pay.
Okay, so here's Google Eyes coming out with something. I really send to you everything you need, but if you say after, well, that was then, it's pointless me sending stuff. All right. Google Eyes has not a good reputation. You keep saying that you know all your stuff, and I've invited you to come into session with me during a live stream, and you won't do it. So I don't know. You're just full of whatever air. Dan the man, if you won't step up and talk to us face to face. Dan the man in Armory Crate, top left click on the hamburger menu. Go to tools. Okay, I see the hamburger menu. Oh, here's Google Eyes again. Dude, I've said to Carey 99% of the time what's wrong before anyone else, and I realize he's ignored everything. Yeah, it's because you're really kind of rude. And yeah, so moving on. Paste that in Google Translate. Don't get it. Ida, I remember Carey mentioned the person he do tech vets with. Yeah, it's Mike Smith. Was an expert upgrading home to pro. He does it all the time. Had tricks to accomplish it. That's a good point. Mike Smith is actually working for me with a couple of my clients. So I easily have communication with him. So I could reach to him. But again, if there's something about my current computer that's just outside of the realm, we're not going to put up with you too much longer, Google Eyes. People know that I'm pretty, allow people to be around saying mean things. But you're a little man. I can prove everything I really can. But you need to expect stuff that's proven. Okay, again, I've told you, come on in, send me an email. I'll send you the Zoom link, and you come on and show us your face, and we'll see what you have, because I don't think you really have much of anything. I'll send stuff as long as you read it and look at links. No, I'm not doing email back and forth with you. I do videos on YouTube. I don't interact one-on-one through email. Boot the bozo, for the love of God. Google Eyes is a troll. I've had Bright Tech agree with me over and over about Carey. Okay, Google Eyes, you're gone. Let's see. Now, how does this timeout work? Do I get to pick the length of time?
I think it's 5 minutes, 600 seconds.
Oh, that's not long enough.
Or 300. Okay.
All right. We're going to hide him for now. He's hidden from the channel. One of those trolls that will not go away. Some people timed him out. David Starbuck, I'll let you know. I'm asking my moderators to not hide people just because they're saying mean things. I want to deal with them myself, and try to pull them out of their ether. It's not going to work all the time, but once in a while it does. And also, one of my favorite themes for my channel was brought to us by somebody who did get timed out. And I said, no, that's okay. And that's the one that said, does this guy know what he's doing? He seems confused. And I just wrapped my arms around that statement. Yes, that is the case sometimes.
Doug, that's not very well said that.
Well, yeah, that's part of being involved in tech. If you aren't occasionally confused and don't know what you're doing, you're not trying hard enough. You're just playing it way too safe.
Agreed.
Yeah, just
Well, I think we've taken that meme away from you, some of the rest of us.
okay. Hey, I don't care if you misappropriate that for your own purposes.
Because it's applicable.
I think I think it's a badge of honor.
And you can't use it, copyrighted it, so you get a strike on that.
Yeah, if I could put a trademark on that, I would. My gosh. All right. So let's see. Chris, I bet he does not have a face. I got him for you, Dave. Yeah, so David Starbuck, yeah, okay, you did a 10-4 there. So I think you understand that now. Bring them to my attention. It would be my preferred thing for you to do. Or if you do hide them, bring it to my attention by hitting me up in orange. And but if somebody comes up just totally vulgar, then go ahead and hide their comment and let me know about it. I'll go back and check on it. And if you get somebody that's putting in those URLs where they put, you know, they put a few characters and a dot, a space, and 3 more characters to an obvious spam site, you can totally hide them from the channel. Don't even bother timing them out or hiding the comment. Just hide them from the channel permanent. DDT, I didn't hear before. Did you try an update using a pro generic key and after the upgrade change the key to a paid key? Yes, I did, because CDKs gave me 2 what they called temporary keys. They told me to use that, restart the computer, then put in my key afterwards, but it doesn't get to that point. Mark Davis, when I send stuff, you will look and read and say, or should say, admit, okay, all that was true, that's all I'm saying. Is this Google Eyes again under a different name? Mark Davis, you're on a very short leash. If we get the impression that you are actually the person that was in as Google Eyes, you'll get hidden real quick. When I send stuff, will you look and read and say, or should say, admit, okay, that was true, that's all I'm saying? No, I won't. I won't read your stuff on email, because I've seen that kind of stuff before. It's just blathering on and on and on, or saying whatever you want. I create YouTube videos. You don't seem to get it. I don't interact with people one-on-one through email. I have my time's too valuable for that. So no, I'm not going to read your emails. I want 3090. Okay, yeah, he's back under a different name. Mark Davis, I think that's Google Eyes. Most of those are adult sites. Yeah, so that's why if they're putting up a website URL, just hide them. Not at the moment. Zadie Bond. Oh, okay, that's something else. I think so. Drunkies, exactly like him. Sometimes registry change, enable, upgrade, home to pro. That's interesting. K Cordius Technology. Sometimes you have to make a registry change to enable, upgrade, home to pro. Interesting. If you have a link or something to provide on that, or send that, I would take by email. And Lady Chris, I told you. I don't know what Chris is referring to there. I told you. Is that? Oh, that's probably about Mark Davis being the same person, isn't it? Chris, or adult side? Yeah, I think he's back. Okay, that's what he's referring to. Zadie Bond, I believe in you. I think that was between Catherine. All right, so let's get.
God, Doug, I had to step out a minute. Have you fixed your device manager stuff yet? Did any of that work?
No, that did not work. Okay, so some valid things that we've had in chat was for the tools menu over here in Armory Crate and this hamburger menu. So the tools menu it came up first, I think, in the chat. And okay, let's look.
What is that device kit for your board?
Device kit for your board? I'm scrambling.
It was on the previous page.
Oh, previous page.
Where it listed all of those things, all of the different.
Yeah, well, this doesn't have a back button.
Okay, well, worry about it later then.
Yeah. So here's download and install. So several of these are grayed out saying they're already installed. So Intel LAN driver and management engine interface, what I have they're saying is outdated. So, and now this has 4 selected. So I'll scroll down to see what else is selected. There's 2 more. Another LAN driver and an audio driver. One's outdated and this one says new. So that sounds good that we should do all 4 of those. That's from the tools menu. Somebody else in chat said the hamburger menu. Was that going to take us to the same place? Oh yeah, because when I click on the hamburger menu, I think it is. Oh, what that gives us is dash. Oh, that just puts words out here next to each of these icons. That's all that hamburger menu does.
That might help with the words.
Yeah, having the words, sure. So, but still we're on the tools. Now you see 5 check marks, but this one's just the title. So it's 4 items that are selected to download and install. Before I do that, I'll go back and look at chat. Mark Davis again. Google Eyes will be back. Need to wait. Sadie Bond. Let's see. That's between those 2. Everyone just ignore them. Don't respond. Waiting here. And Mark Davis, I got shit. Okay. So moderators. Let's see who. Google Eyes. Chris Garrett. You recognized him right away, and you've been pretty good about moderator stuff. So Chris, I'm going to ask you, when you see this person in under a different name and you're absolutely convinced it's the same person, I am authorizing you for this live stream only to go hide him. We won't put up with him at all until he does what I'm telling him that I'm open to him doing. He keeps trying to make me do things his way. I'm not going to do it his way. So, Chris, you are authorized for this video to hide a user that you're convinced is that same person. So let's try to absolutely shut him down. Marty Yoel for $2. Thank you, Marty. Now, is everyone in agreement to just go ahead and do these download and install? I don't see anybody objecting to that in chat. Come back to monitor 2, download and install. And user account control, click yes. Now this might shut us down again. While this starts running, I'm going to show you device manager again for those of you who haven't seen it. It's what we're trying to do is deal with all of these, almost about 100 items in other devices that aren't working right. And then over here, I have a Windows security alert. Click allow access. It looks like Chris and somebody else just hit another reoccurrence of that. Well, I don't know if they're anyway. Yeah. Turning my attention back to this driver. Yeah, download and installing Realtek audio driver. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to go add the picture-in-picture to this monitor 2. Add a scene. The scene is called VIP. There it is. Bring that down here. Make a couple of adjustments.
Installation, all those screenshots are quite old, like old versions of Google Chrome.
No, that's not comforting, is it?
No, Google Chrome, it looks like from 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
When I first started using Chrome, boy.
Yeah, I'm. So I just started paying attention to that since you said that, and I'm not.
Oh, WinRAR looks a bit old too.
Well, it's probably maybe you recognize on like colors and fonts or something like that. I would never notice that.
No, I am very visual, so.
All right.
Concerning these old images.
Say again?
It's very it's very concerning when they have old images.
Oh yeah.
Okay, if you're a version behind of images, okay, fine. But if you're like 10 years ago, then that's a bit concerning.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris says, I'm sure there's a way to do it without reinstalling. What was he referring to there?
Later he says reinstalling Windows.
Say again?
He meant fix it without reinstalling Windows.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I certainly wasn't proposing to reinstall. So I guess he's just giving a supportive agreement there. Wintermute bundleware. So I think we may be getting a lot of bundleware in this Armory crate thing. I wouldn't be surprised. Chris, I mean, oh, okay, then he clarifies. I mean, fix it without reinstalling. Well, yeah, I certainly hope so. And you've seen me before take unreasonable efforts to do something that would have been quicker to nuke and pave. But I really don't want to rebuild from. But if I do rebuild from scratch, I'll probably, create an image and then restore and be able to jump back and forth, or even have 2 bootable drives in the computer so I can just reboot to the alternate image when I want to. So there's a restart now. Or finish and restart later. I'm inclined to finish and restart later. See if we get lucky. So we no longer have things indicating that they need to be updated. So now we'll go look at Device Manager, which I still have open, just minimized. Yeah, if that made any change, it's not a big percentage. And when device drivers fix things in here, they instantly get fixed. There's no refresh for Device Manager. So we did the 4 items that showed up in Armory Crate for updates. Carey had told me about software that I can download in order to program the RGB, but he hadn't done that. And his image doesn't have those errors in Device Manager. It's completely clean. Was there something else on our ideas list of what to do? Come back to chat. In chat, if there was something that you had pointed out doing before that I haven't got to, please repost it. Wintermute says refresh. Device Manager doesn't do a refresh. It refreshes dynamically. Is your Windows 10 Home OEM or retail? It's my Windows 10 Home was I bought Windows 10 Home using Carey Holzman's link of CD keys. What is the name
OEM.
of that? Yeah, that's OEM, right? Yeah, so that answers that question. Chris, I'm not really clear what all that is in Device Manager. I was not here the whole time. I was in and out. Well, it's just a bunch of stuff that says it's not working. Like the device driver isn't present for those devices that are being detected. That's between those two. No, let's see. I don't. Yeah. Okay. So that's all between Catherine and Zadie. Now, nobody has come up with something else that has been suggested that I haven't got around to. So let's.
There was something back on that other screen. If you go back out of chat.
Oh yes. Okay. So that was on the Armory crate. I can't use the Alt Tab for this. I keep.
Yeah, if you just minimize the window with your chat, the other one's behind it, I think.
No, you're not seeing chat on this screen. This is on monitor 2 for Big Beast. The chat.
Well, I saw the screen I was interested in flash by when you were going back to chat. Must be on the other monitor.
Yeah, it is. Here it is. Armory crate. You wanted to see something in here. Now the screen you were asking for came up when we opened this. So I think I'll just close it and relaunch Armory Crate.
Well, it was on the screen that you opened Armory Crate from. It had other items on that screen.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to get to the screen you're describing. I'm thinking
it's the one that has all the different items.
So here, I'm going to launch Armory Crate from here. No, this still isn't. This isn't what we originally had.
Okay.
We had this.
No, that's the stuff you just did. You know.
All right.
I'm not sure how to describe exactly what the other one was. It was the screen you downloaded Armory Crate from, I think. And it had some other items on. Yeah, that one. Something. I saw something on here when that was visible earlier. I don't remember now. Chipset.
It was something about for your computer, is what you said.
Now
the Armory Crate installation is here. Did I actually download it? Yes, Catherine.
Did you check Windows Update, optional updates?
Not for a while. I can go do that.
Maybe underneath there is something that.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying first on the track that I'm currently on with trying to find what Jeff. So let me try this.
It's one of those on that page. If I don't remember which one now, just maybe up higher on the page. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the way you described it at the time was that it said something.
Yeah, I'm having a senior moment here. I can't remember what I said. I can't fix it, sweetie. No.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a description of what.
Yeah, no, I don't see it now.
You described.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. All right. So, Catherine, what were you? Oh, Windows Update.
Windows Update, and then you go into optional updates. I assume you have Windows 10, yes? Or
yeah.
Windows 11?
No, it's Windows 10.
Okay.
I'm trying to drag it from monitor 1 to monitor 2. There we go.
Because they're in slightly different places. This is why I asked.
Yeah. Let's see. Optional updates.
Yes.
Check for view all optional updates. As cumulative update preview, that wouldn't be it. Here's optional updates. If you have a specific problem, one of these drivers might help. Otherwise, automatic updates will keep your drivers up to date. Other hardware.
Look, here is a ton.
A lot of chipset stuff here. Say again.
Yes.
Is that what you're
Yes.
saying there? Okay. Now, from Microsoft's documentation about this, and they say it clearly right here, if you have a specific problem, one of these drivers might help. Otherwise, Microsoft is saying automatic updates will keep your drivers up to date. My interpretation of that, and it is an interpretation, is that these driver updates might not be as thoroughly tested, and they may even, some of them, be redundant to each other. So in my mind, you specifically look for which one is going to benefit you rather than doing them all. But there's a lot of them there.
You have a set 690?
I have
or
what?
a 590?
You asked me if I have 690 or 590. I don't know what that
Yes.
is. Is that the motherboard?
It's the chipset, the generation.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. How do I answer that? Device manager?
No, you can go to system information.
All right. So I'm doing Windows key R, MS Info 32.
Did you get paint on her by accident?
Yeah, because she wanted me to put on her balloon, and then she.
Jeff, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, well, I hope it comes out.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't stay.
Okay.
I'm going to do something then put this one on.
All right.
Where's Jeff? Okay. Jeff is muted. Oh, almost. Come on. why can't I not
No,
mute?
because that would be what.
There. Muted. Coming back. What is this? Oh, no. Okay.
Just
All right.
type in system information.
Yeah.
The search.
Here it is. Drag it over to monitor 2. And you want a chipset.
Yes, I just.
Is that on this? Is that on this page?
Wrong.
I'm back.
We go somewhere else.
Three.
We have to drill down. Chipset. Catherine, are you able to take me to where the chipset model number is?
No. Yeah, just a moment, please. Sure.
Oh, okay. You're trying to find it, I guess.
Yes.
All right. Give you a minute. I'm going to go catch up with chat.
Yes.
Cordes, remove affected devices in manager and let it detect it again. And I have tried that, and they do come back the same way, but after we've installed some drivers, maybe that'll make a difference. It shouldn't. I've many times seen when you install drivers, it instantly fixes the problem. Oh, come on, Catherine. Don't give me that.
Yeah, you have a Rock Rampage 6 Extreme, correct? So it's a 2066 Core X, 479XX and 78XX. Okay, let me find. Yes.
All right.
I'm still the driver hub. Yes.
All right. I'm waiting for you to come back then.
Yes, please. Sorry.
Okay. Continuing on chat. Come back to us when you have what you need.
Yes.
Are all RGB devices plugged into the motherboard or into a controller? Well, all the fans are plugged into fan RGB controllers. The CPU cooler, I don't know where it's plugged into. The RAM modules are plugged into the slots for RAM. I'm not sure if that gives you the answer that you're asking for. There are the fan controllers. Dan the Man in Device Manager, click Scan for hardware changes. Okay. Catherine, I don't know. I can't tell when you're talking to us or somebody else.
No, I had to call my cat.
Yeah. Can you mute yourself until you're ready to talk to us again?
You can mute me if you like.
Okay.
Then I mute.
Okay.
But I had to call my cat. I'm sorry.
Well, that's fine. I'm going to put you on mute, and you unmute yourself when you're ready, when you have something for us. Okay. Then, Zvimanar, do you have the CD that came with the board? I haven't looked in the box.
CD or DVD, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I haven't looked in the box. Shouldn't we get all the same content from the motherboard website?
Maybe, maybe not. Probably most likely the same.
Well, certainly Carey didn't use a CD from the mother box, and he didn't have these device driver problems. Kenny, in Device Manager, is there an option to scan for hardware changes? Yeah, we'll go there in a minute. I think he means the website. He means website. Who means website? I don't know who or what comment you're referring to there, Cordius. Usually it scans automatically. Yeah. Did you install MEI drivers? Management engine, the Intel management engine drivers? Yes. Sam always does all optional updates. All right.
Favorite clients. Yep, on there.
Well, I'd like, if I'm going to do that, since there's so many, I'm going to make an image backup before I do it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll try that. So that's going to be after live stream. Let us know if you need. Oh, that's chit chat. 590 Intel chipset. Okay, and that's between them. So, okay.
I've seen some strange things and optional updates on my old desktop, which is an old HP with an i7. I've seen updates in there for Xeon processors. Optional updates.
Yeah,
and that obviously isn't appropriate.
Right, right, and that's the thing that I see. Optional updates are not at all specific to your computer. They're just optional updates for Windows.
Usually it's fine when I do the optional update.
Well, let's go to somebody was asking for Device Manager to do rescan. Nope, that's not it. So I'll go reopen Device Manager again, drag it over to monitor 2. And I think I'm getting close to ending this live stream because we've been going for a long time, and after sleeping on it, maybe something gets figured out. So up here, right click and scan for hardware changes. And I promise you that's not going to make any difference. So that's done to fulfill that request. So I'm going to do a little trick here. Windows key right arrow to make that take the left half of the screen. Then I'm going to open Notepad and use this to count how many items there are. So here I've got Notepad lined up right next to those devices. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The bottom of Notepad is even with the 20th item. So that's 20 items. Now I'll scroll this up to the top. There's 40 items. Scroll this one up to the top. There's 60 items. Scroll the next one to the top. There's 80 items. Scroll this one to the top. Can't quite get there. So there's 2 down from there. This would make the 100th item. 1, 2, 3. So there's 103 items that have the exclamation mark and are showing up under other devices. Now, what I have tried, and actually I start from the bottom since these are a little easier to tell, is I'll uninstall these 4 system interrupt controllers and see if they come back. And they won't come back until I rescan. Now, it could do the performance counters too, since there's only 3 of them. But doing the base system devices, there's so many of them that it's just hard to tell if you made any impact at all. So there's 3 performance counters and 4 of that other thing. Okay, so now if I come up here to right click and scan for hardware changes, or you can do it on the action menu to scan for hardware changes. I'm saying those things will come right back. Boom chakalaka. 4 system interrupt controllers, 3 performance controllers. All right, I'm ready to end this live stream, which is I think the 4th one today. Taking a look at chat, giving people in Zoom a chance for final words. I haven't heard back from Catherine. Do a restore point. Well, that would be useful if this computer ever worked right. After restoring my image to this new computer, it has had this problem. Oh, I could do a restore point before doing the drivers. Okay, I understand. That's Hank, I think that's probably what you meant. To create a restore point before installing those. And no, I'm going to opt for ending the live stream because I'm about ready to end it. Oh, I've got one more thing to show you about my new Studio A though. Update all suggested drivers from optional updates. Suggested drivers from optional updates. Was that different than suggested?
Possibly.
I didn't see the distinction between optional updates and suggested driver updates. These are, if you have a specific problem, one of these drivers may help. Suggested? I don't see the word suggested. I don't take this as suggested. I take this as optional if you're having a problem. Coming back. Between Chris and Blackwatch, came to mind. Okay, so I guess that meant that Google Eyes under another name is still a problem. Asus Rampage, so it has X299 chipset. Just came out of retirement. Boeing Global. They gave me Home Z14, but I do not have room for. Oh, Z14. What is that? An airplane? So for Google Eyes, Doug needs a nap. Yeah, you're right about that. Let's see. Zavimanor has got something here. Right-click New Tab. Go look at that. Thread base. Oh, look at this. Somebody else had the problem. Thread drive base system device driver. I am dual booting XP and Windows 8 from Windows 8 64-bit. For some reason, Device Manager, both version of Windows, I have a whole list of base system device drivers that are not installed. I've installed all the drivers off of ASUS support, updated ones. I've tried everything. I can't find a solution. Any info appreciated. That looks very similar to my problem. Of course, different operating system. Not quite the same. There was performance counters. That's there. System interrupt controller. There's one of them. What happened here? A few topics related. Download. Okay, I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, see if we can find that, yes, that worked kind of message. And the last thing here, you might want to try Google. So this is just another idea of what to do. I followed the steps you provide, and I still have. Are there additional steps? I figured I'd add these images. I still have one base system. So it looks like the steps provided gave them some improvement. This is Tech Ditto is the one having the problem, right? Let's go up here. This started with Snowy. Hatros Snowy. I tried what you said and installed those chipset drivers. Let's hold a copy of the drivers I already have. My problem still remains. Not the chipset drivers that I mentioned in my first post. Update most of the tip drivers. I don't know how I linked you to other drivers. Major fail. Edited. So this was Snowy Dragon. That looks like you've put in an IVE to your main board. Snowy, thanks very much. Hatros, I followed your link and ran such and such. Overall, I have all the drivers now. Thanks heaps. I thought I'd never get all the drivers installed. So, Hatros provided a successful link. Looking through the rest of this, we're presented with the same view as your old tree. Follow the steps. This was Tech Ditto. Apparently didn't get their problem solved by following those steps. So let's go look at Hatros. Was this link. Okay, and Hatros apparently previously gave a wrong link up here. So here, this is the correct link from Hatros. Right click, open a new tab. It's out here. Intel. How would this be any different than the Intel driver updater? Automatically update your drivers. Use this tool to identify your products, get driver updates. So get started. So this gets started.
That's the Intel driver updater.
I would think so.
Yeah, it's got even the right same icon, same logo.
Been there already. So
Yep.
I'm gonna right click here. Catherine, are you back?
Doug, I have a question.
Yes.
In the Windows Update optional chipset driver, does it somewhere say 26.6 or X299?
So I've got it on screen now. You're asking Intel chipset driver. So
yes.
Yeah, here's a chipset. Here's a chipset. What's the number we're looking for?
Something you're looking for a number with something with an X.
What's
like
an X?
No, not the set 6A. Take it out. You do not need that.
Those check marks were accidental.
Okay.
So I'm scanning with my eyes through here, looking at the ones that are Intel chipset, looking for an X.
Intel server Express. Intel 6 series. See. SM bus.
Ready to scroll down?
I'm choosing the second, the 6 series. You have, which CPU do you have in the system information? It tells you which CPU is it.
All right.
C200.
CPU i9-9980XE.
998XE. Okay. Thank you very much.
No, 9980XE.
Exactly.
Okay.
9980XE.
Okay.
982.
Let's see. So while I think she's doing more research, I'm going to come over here. And this is on computer 2. I'm going to right click on this tab and send to your devices. Oh, none of those are Big Beast. I don't recognize what that one is. I'll try that. See if it shows up over there. Does not. All right, so let's do this a different way. I'll copy that URL. Oh, no, I don't have clipboard history enabled yet on this computer.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Okay. Do it here. Clicking on the start button and then clipboard. I want to turn on clipboard history. And it's already on. So why am I, and it says sync across devices. So why am I not getting my other devices showing up here? Well, Paul Thurrott has often said that syncing across Microsoft accounts just doesn't work right. So I'm going to walk away from that. Then let's go back, and that's clearly the Intel device updater. So Zavi sent me to that. I'm going to go back to chat and see if the fact that just took us to the Intel driver updater appears to. Does he still feel that is worthy of checking out? Where is it? There's that link. William, since Carey used Corsair RGB fan, you should only have a fan and RGB light controller using a single USB 2 port and a SATA power connection and its ICUE software to control the lights and fans. I believe that ICUE software is what he told me that I could download to use to control the lights, and I don't believe he actually installed that under his installation. Good. Looking through these, should only have, yeah. So I guess what Williams is saying there is no other RGB besides that. Wintermute, aren't you having a problem, a no driver problem? Well, devices that are indicating there's no driver for them, yeah. Mortmont, hello to you. Good to see you. 14 more YouTube videos, thanks. Whatever's going on there. Right click on the device, choose update driver. Silly enough, I don't think I have actually done that. And Wintermute, try this. It's for 299 chipset among others. It can't be the 299 chipset. That's from 2017. Well, I'll let you grab all for the X299. I don't understand why you are disagreeing with each other on that point. This is Rampage Extreme Encore. Yeah, I think that's the right name. That's from Jeff. Windows Update install Intel chipset driver update. So there's several of them. Which one? This is from Carey's build, ASUS ROG Rampage 6 Extreme Encore. That's right. It is X299 9th Gen Intel. How is the real estate?
I got confused, Doug, when I looked up the X299 chipset. It was introduced in 2017. And I got the idea that that was too old for this build, but I may be mistaken.
Introduced then, but used for a while.
So,
In production for a while. Okay, so you're okay with that. What about running Windows Update optional update? There's a whole bunch of optional updates. I don't want to do them without first creating an image. Catherine, you got something?
Okay, I went to the ASUS to the Rampage 6 Extreme. Yes, that's your board that you have. So in the chipset there is a version that says from it's the second lowest. It says Intel chipset software installation utility. And it's from 2017-07-19. It's version 10.1.144.
Okay.
Did you try it?
So I see on the driver page for this motherboard the Intel chipset software installation utility, but it's not the same date and version number that you described. So where are you seeing that?
So if you go into the chipset, yes, and then
what do you mean go into the chipset?
Also, on the driver page, yes, it has a section that says chipset, yes, and then it begins with Intel Management Engine interface, Intel chipset driver, Intel Turbo Boost Max, Intel chipset driver.
Yeah. Are you watching the YouTube video right now? I'm displaying that on screen.
Yes, but let me hop into the YouTube so I can try if I can read. Yes, go down, more down. No, now it's up. Go down, like down.
Well, there's a delay. There's a delay on the YouTube video, so I'm waiting for you to see where I'm at.
Okay. Oh.
You asked for the Intel chipset software installation utility.
Yes.
That's on the screen right now. But it's a different date and a different version number than you were describing.
Okay, maybe I have the wrong word, but it's the Intel chipset software. Yes, Intel chipset software installation utility.
Yeah.
You downloaded and installed it?
I believe so. We're going to confirm that in a minute. Because my recollection is we did the first two on here and that one, but when I download this, we'll see the name of the file, and it should already be in my driver's folder. So we'll go check on that.
Okay.
I'm not going to swear by it. So show in folder. So Intel chipset driver utility. There's the zip file. I'll cut it from there and go to the location where I put all drivers. Go into here. I'll right click in here and paste. If it's already there, we'll get a message. And no, I didn't get a message. So that makes me think I didn't already do it. I'm going to right click on this and extract all. Oh. So on monitor A. Extract that. How did we not do this already? Intel chipset driver utility.
This is the driver installation utility. I think you got the drivers directly somehow.
Oh. All right. So I've got Catherine on mute again because she's got somebody there with her apparently. And so Catherine, you just unmute yourself when you choose to. And so here is that folder extracted, Intel chipset driver utility, ASUS setup. That looks pretty obvious. And user account control, answer yes. A newer version is already installed. Are you sure you want to downgrade?
Oh, okay. Then this is the older version, then you have a newer version installed.
Yeah.
Okay. So cancel it.
Yeah. All right. I think I need to pull a plug. I'm beat. Oh, but I wanted to show you one more thing that I've got set up in my studio here. I'll just do a last catch up. Let's see. It looks like, yeah, he did that. Yeah, Wintermute. He did download and install a later version. So, yeah, why don't just team view into his computer. Okay, so, yeah, I got a new button. Is Blackwatch still here? Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, Blackwatch had a recent comment. So here's a new button for me, Blackwatch. Eventually this is going to be mounted in a secret location. So here's what this button does.
You're getting shorter.
Yeah. If I feel I'm not being respected, I can do this. Oh. Now what I've done here is I've converted my desk into a sit-stand desk.
That's cool.
So see there, it raised the skirt of my desk. It's up off the ground. So
that is cool.
That way I can stand. Now there's a weird thing going on with the lighting on that camera. How about if I go back here? That camera's okay. This camera's okay. But then anytime I do that, I'm going to have to adjust the cameras.
Are you back in Studio A?
Oh yeah. This is my Studio A.
You still got to paint the doors to the closet.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have to put them on.
In the Windows updates, optional updates, do you see some chipset that says server? Because this chipset it can take server CPUs and desktop CPUs. So this is a socket that accepts both, if you know what I mean. And although you do not have a server CPU, I would install these chipsets.
Okay, so I'm going to view all optional updates and driver updates. And so looking for server. I wish Control F would work in here so I could search for the word server, because look, there's a lot of optional updates there. That's crazy. Server. So would it be a chipset or CPU? Is there something that stands out?
the chipset that should say that may have a server and because I can download, I don't see it on the YouTube, or do I need to look in Zoom?
Well, I'll tell you what. How about this? Because I'm wanting to end the stream. How about this? I've got it on. I've got the first page of that on screen right now. And
Yes.
when I end the YouTube video, you can go back to this point and just pause it, and you can look closer at those. I'm beat. I'm not gonna. I don't have.
Okay. Or can you send me in my email? You have my email, yes?
Yeah, but
Can you send me 2 screenshots of what you see?
well,
Because
that's
in the
exactly what the video gives you, Catherine. It gives you. All you got to do is rewind the video back to this point instead of making me do a screenshot and paste it into Paint and save it, and then do the next one and the next one, and the next one, and send you an email. You can just rewind the video to this point.
Because
What?
the screenshots, they might be more clear, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I'm ready to get away from the computer. So maybe I'll do that later today or tomorrow, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm ready to walk away.
I checked, but I checked in the video, but yeah.
All right.
You know
So,
what I mean?
I understand what you mean. So you try it from the video. Send me an email if you can't if you can't make it out, and I'm going to make it bigger. I can make this bigger, so it's like zoomed in, and I'll get you all the pages. So the way I do that is I'm going to scrunch this down, and then go bigger. Go bigger or go home. Isn't that what they say? Make that bigger. So that's somewhat bigger. That's going to be more than, that's going to be a few pages. So here's the first page. So then I'm going to scroll down to the next page worth. What I'm doing is leaving the last one that was on the screen is now at the top. Now I'm looking at the last one at the bottom. It says other hardware. I'm going to scroll down so that that's at the top. Okay, now all of those say other hardware. The one at the bottom ends with the number 2026. I'm going to scroll down. So
yes.
Yeah, okay, so there's all 4 or 5, however many that took. And that should be big enough for you to be able to read them from the video.
2026. Yes, that is a good, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to shut this all down now. DDT has asked me no Fortnite later. I don't know if I'll get around to that or not. I haven't played Fortnite since before I left to go to Carey's. All right. John Lewis says, thank you for today's content. Blackwatch, 49 new buttons. You have no mercy. Full screen for full effect. You were on the ball this whole time. Yes, I was. Zvi, you missed again. Did I? What are you saying I missed? Chipset INF utility. Okay, if you put that link in there previously, I know another link you put in was this one. Or no, it was this stuff that you took me to, and then here.
That setup thing at the bottom there he's talking about was in one of the zip files that you did. There were 2 EXEs. You did the Asus one at the top of the list.
Oh.
And this EXE was down towards the bottom of those files that were in one of the zips you extracted.
Oh, and there's probably instructions that said to run both of them, huh?
Don't know that, but that's where it was.
Oh, all right.
Here, look, you have Intel other hardware, Intel Xeon processor, P family, Core i7, integrated memory controller, 266.
I don't know why you were reading out all of that stuff to me, Catherine.
Because you can click it and then you can install it.
For a Xeon processor?
Yes, the Xeon can go into this. This is a socket that can accept Xeon and desktop CPUs. Intel has this weird sockets that can accept both. Yes. And the 266, that's the socket that Doug has, and this socket can accept server CPUs like Xeon, and also Intel Core CPUs as well. I checked it out when I looked at the ARC, Intel ARC.
You read off a whole long string of something. I don't have any idea where to turn to.
Look at the very back. Yes.
At the very back of what?
At the very back of all these chipsets listed. Yes. There is a number that says 2066.
Okay, right here. This one. And you got a little bit of delay on YouTube. I'm pointing to 2066. Do you see it, Catherine?
Let me check. Yes, this one.
You're saying
This
that?
one.
You're saying I need to install that one?
Yes, please.
All right. And just that one?
And if you find others that say this is the memory controller, now we look for more. Because we have more Intel processor family. So Intel Xeon. Here it says Intel. Look, not the next one. The next one after that says Intel Xeon R processor P family core i7 RAS. It has a 2025.
Yes.
That one.
Yes.
And other hardware Intel Xeon R processor P core i7 DM3 2020.
Okay.
And CMP core i7 IOAPs. IOAPIC.
2026.
Yes, 2026. And then the Intel hardware Xeon Core i7 PCU registers 2083.
Okay.
And Intel CHA registers 28E. Yes? Is it called E or a 3? Oh my God.
That's it, E.
Okay, E. Yes, this one. And the P family CHA registers 28D.
Okay.
And the PCI Intel 200. No. Intel 200. No. Not the 200 ones. They are not. They're not yours. They're not yours.
All right.
It's Intel Xeon processor P family core i7 M3 KTI registers.
204C.
Yeah, 24C. Yes.
All right.
And the next one as well. The PCU
2082.
Yes, this one.
Yeah, I think the 4-digit number is sufficient.
And then the next one is ALM configuration 2036.
All right.
You have more? Down more?
No, that's the bottom. That's the bottom.
Okay.
There was others.
Now you can try.
Okay, I've got that captured now in this video. I'm gonna make my image before I do those, and
Yes.
I'm not gonna do them now because I'm serious. I want to end this live stream. I've had enough.
I'm just saying if you find more in the list. Yes.
Okay, so what you're saying is anything that is P family Core i7.
Yes.
That's
exactly.
what you're saying.
That you want to install.
Okay, so this is not an i7, but you're saying these apply because my processor is P family?
No, it applies because the 2066 chipset that you have on that board, it can do both. It can do server CPU, Xeon, and it can also do desktop. And if you look at the description, it says Xeon processor P family / Core i7. Yes?
Yeah.
And for your, because with Core i7, they mean the desktop of these, they mean the desktop processors for this family. Yes?
All right. I will try those after I create an image and see if that does anything. So you're thinking that these may be the fix to those device manager problems? When Carey didn't have to do this?
You have more of those. You have more of those. So you can
there's another one there that shows an X299 in the name.
I have no idea where to look when you say that, Jeff. You got a guide?
It's on the same screen you're on now. It's right underneath. It's well, it was there.
Do I need to scroll back down to where I was?
Yeah, just scroll down just a little bit.
You got a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, there's one. It says Intel 200 series chipset family LPC controller X299. And if you look up the X299, it is in the 200 series.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll do anything or not, but you do have the X299.
Yeah.
So
whether
that's of any use or not, I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't have high confidence level that any of this is going to help, but it is worth trying, so I will try it.
Yes.
But you're saying other stuff up here, Catherine, I may need it as well. So here I'm seeing P family Core i7 here, this one that says 2016. So you're saying anything, even when it says Xeon, anything that's P family Core i7, you want me to take?
This chipset, it's like a dual chipset. You can put a Xeon in there, or you can put a desktop CPU like the 9980XE there, like you have.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so I'm understanding what you're saying about that, but I don't see any reason to think that these are the solution to that device manager. It could be because the optional updates, the purpose behind the optional updates from Microsoft is if you're having trouble, one of these may help. Well, I am having trouble because of device manager. So maybe one of these will help.
Find all of them. Just find all of them. Yes.
Yeah.
First you do your image, then you find all of them like we did now. Yeah. And then you try it, yes?
Okay,
and
I'll do that.
And if it's resolved, then it's good, yes?
Yeah, it is. And I don't mind trying them after I have an image. I do not want to install these without first having an image because these are not tested. These are not broadly tested by Microsoft.
I completely understand, yes?
All right.
I completely understand your point, yes?
But now I understand which ones to look for. It's the processor P, Core i7. Anything that says that. So like I would take this one. So I understand how to select them now. Okay, good. Let's get...
prepare you, yes, and then you can do it tomorrow, and then all is good.
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully, yes.
Let's see, okay, so I got to go back to here. Let's see, where was I at? I was up here. Dancing, good stream, chipsets. Let's see, yes, in chipset download there is this. Okay, so I will get back to this about those other items in the chipset and what Javi put in there. I've got that link still in here. I'm going to capture these two names and put that in here into Notepad. Let's see if there's anything else. Ida, this optional list looks to me as long as all the missing drivers would install them all. Oh, she's saying she would install them all. So I also, after doing an image, I might just come back and just click them all and see if that does anything. If it comes up with the same list, of device manager problems and nothing has helped, then I'm going to revert back to my image. I'm not going to.
It won't. It's like throwing red paint against the white wall, yes?
You see what sticks. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what this technique is, and that's the way I'll treat it. Install all, walk away, rest. I'm kind of leaning towards that. Catherine, do you have any objection to this? I'll create my image and just go install all of them instead of.
But you can try.
And if that works, then I'll probably restore back to my image and then be more selective. But if installing all of them makes no difference whatsoever, then I think I want to abort it. Totally.
Yes, I would just take the Xeon ones and the one that says X299, yes, and all the rest, because you do not need a Z68. Yes, Z68 is extremely old. You don't need that. It's not for you, for example. Yes, if you know what I mean.
Is there a select all? There's not even a select all button, is there? Yeah, there isn't.
No, why should there be? I did the same when I installed my my notebook.
Yeah.
I had problems too, like you have now, and I just went with all and applied it, restarted, and problems were gone. Yes, just so you know. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the experience background that you're coming from for recommending this, and I respect that. That's I'll buy it. So let's see. Let's get this show over with. Oh, hello, Tim Sal. You're in the Zoom session. I haven't said hello to you.
Hey.
We've been a little busy.
Hello.
I got back a little late today. We had skydivers come in for the Fresno PD 4K run.
So finishing this up, I'm not ready to go reinstall all programs yet, but I understand your comment. Sam's agrees. What we used to call a shotgun method has fixed many devices when all else didn't work. Try nothing to lose. Yeah, nothing to lose if I have it in image backup. I think there's risk here that is not perhaps appreciated. So that's why I want the image first. So anyway, let's end this. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you those in Zoom and in chat. Thank you for the contributions. I acknowledged all of those as we went through. So we're just going to go ahead and say good night.
Great to see.
I'm going to start with ending the Zoom meeting. So goodbye, you all.
Good night.
And there's that gone. And then here's my email address. And I got a bad white balance brightness setting there somehow. Have to get that fixed. Thank you. That's the email address if you want to reach out to me for a one-on-one support session through YouTube and whether there's a Zoom session or chat involved is optional. However, I'm going to be a little preoccupied while I'm still trying to finish up this setup. All right, and I think we have oh, come on, Josh back next Saturday for his device manager issue, and perhaps I'll get some recorded videos out this week. Not promising. It's a maybe. There we go. That's the end of it. Catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.